Hello and welcome to Gypsy Queen Crafts. My name's Heather and this is my little, I have a lamp precariously perched on my sewing machine. I'm sorry it's a bit dark in here today. It's the most drab day. Now it's been glorious this morning. We've been out and it was lovely. First day in I don't know how many weeks. It's been foggy, misty, raining, day after day after day. Anyway, we've had a nice morning. So so it's a bit dark in here. Sorry, I've got as many lights on as possible, so I hope you're going to be able to see this. So I do lots of different crafts, but today is a little bit different. I'm just focusing on my bonus quilt, which some of you may have. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to my people who've been with me before and subscribed, and to my new subscribers, thank you and welcome. Delighted to have you with us. So yes, I've been making a bonus, what I call a bonus quilt, as I start sewing anything, just in case there's a little bit of a bird's nest or a rat's nest happening under the foot. I use little 2-inch squares which I've been sewing together instead of starting straight onto the whatever it is I'm sewing. And I just put these together, put 2 of these together like this and run it down there. Not that this machine does do a lot of bird's nesting, to be fair, credit where it's due. I cannot get it to free motion quilt and I cannot get it to embroider, which was the only reason we bought it. So it's been back twice, but anyway, there we are. So another story for another day. So yes, I've been sewing these together. So I'm going to make a 9-patch quilt. So one with a white in the middle, and then a set with a white on one end, which can go on either end. So I just wondered how far I got with it, how big it's going to be, and if I need to make many more of them, because I don't want to just carry on forever. So I have a pile of the one-sided whites and a pile of the ones in the middle. So I should really have twice as many of the single whites. So I'm going to start and pop them up, and just thought you might like to come with me and join me and see how far we get and see what I can do with it today. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first white patch on that left hand side, and then the next white goes in the middle, and the next one goes there. So so we've got a 9-patch now. So sew those together and then sew that to the next one at the side. So let's just see how many I've got. Let's keep going. It does create rather a nice pattern with the whites going down. Can you see from there? Oh, I'll go that way. Oh, you see how this white then creates a nice diagonal across there. So I've got, at the moment I have three different whites, so they're not all going to be the same white. They're a little bit, I think it's called tone on tone. Can you see that one? It's got little acorny things, and then that one is different again. But they're all a shade of white. So let's carry on and see how far we get. Seem to have a lot of pinks. I want to have a white on one end. So I definitely will need more of the white on one end, I think. There. Oh, have I got that right? I can see it better actually in the camera than I can on the wall. There is one there. There is a white one there. That's really quite nice, isn't it? Oh. So I will start then. I have my design board here. And I will start and just take those 3 down, pop up on here together. And then the next one, line them all up. And then, because in that top row, it's quite nice. You've got 2 blue there and 2 blue there. I don't think it really matters. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? No, I'll move that one. So it's an end one. I've got a pink above, so I can't use a pink. Green, here we are. Let's go in there. Right, so to there. That looks better. That looks better. So I'm going to take those off. And just lay them on my board, like that. And then just look at the next 2 blocks. And the next ones. They're alright. And then there. So I shall sew them together. And I've pressed them all in a certain way. Let me find the middle white. So I pressed all the ones with a white middle. Press those to the inside. Pressed all of the ones with white on the end to the outside. So when I sew them together, these 2 seams will what's called nest together. Like that. And so hopefully those 2 seams butt up to each other there, and then hopefully sew over it and they will be perfect. Whereas if just fold that one back the other way. Get that right way up. If they both went the same way like that, then we can come to sew it down, because that's quite thick now with 2 seams facing the same way. The machine is quite likely to push that way, and so they won't be matching. The seams won't be matching. It won't be too bad if they're not. As I don't think anybody will notice when all that's stitched together. Right, so I'll get on and sew them now. So can you see? I was saying about earlier, I've pressed the ones that should have been pressed to the outside, to the inside, sorry, to the outside, and so I would have ended up with two seams like that. So I'm just going to flip that one back that way. The machine will keep it pushed that way when it gets to it if I keep that on top. That's the top one. That one's not absolutely perfect. Can you see? pink and the orange are not absolutely perfect, but that will be okay. By the time it's been quilted. Look at this one. Oh, they're sweet, aren't they? So I'll carry on and do a few more, and then I'll press them and we'll pop them back up on the board again. Okay. So here we are. I've got all those patches, 9 patches sewn together. I'm not going to sew them together because these dark blue ones are too close together, and I don't know how many more of those I have, so I need to spread them out within the quilt. So I'll have to sew all the rest of them together first, but it's looking quite big. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, and I may have enough to just make a little lap quilt or something. Anyway, I'll see. So there we are. That's really good actually. It felt really nice because it wasn't, I haven't just cut it out to then just make it. So it felt really nice to just pick some bits up and stick them together. Yeah, so I like that. And I'll get some more sewn together and then can come back on at a later date. Not today. I'm going now down for a cup of tea and a scone. So have a lovely day and hope to see you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for being here. Bye.